Earlier in the week, I thought to myself, I don't see many articles out right now about Meghan and Harry. I wonder why. Are there PR people taking a day off? Well, apparently, yes, they had taken a couple of days off because now they are back at it and we are being inundated with puff pieces about the Duke and Duchess of hypocrisy. I've seen a few headlines about Meghan that made me chuckle, like that she's about to sign a deal with Audible. I don't know why Audible would sign anything with her, considering that she couldn't even deliver for Spotify, but whatever. Apparently, Kelly Rowland also said something good about Meghan, that she was royal before she ever joined the family. I still don't understand what exactly she means by that, but whatever. Clearly, WME has been busy. But my favorite one has to be the headline, Meghan Markle, desperate for role in new Kevin Costner film, insider claims. Now this showed up in the Hollywood Gossip, and of course I had to read the whole thing because last time I checked, Kevin Costner despises her. So I guess you could say I was desperate to see how they were going to try to spin this one. Well, I was laughing before I even made it through the first paragraph because just in the first sentence, it reads Meghan Markle was just another semi-well-known actor trying to make a living in a brutally competitive industry. Semi-well-known? Among whom exactly? Nobody knew who Meghan was. Yeah, she was on that show Suits that most people didn't even watch, but she was hardly a household name. Honestly, looking back, that right there should have been enough for me to stop reading, but I didn't. I continued. Oh, and then Tyler Johnson, the writer of this article, says Meghan is one of the most famous people on the planet. Well, nice try, but I think infamous is the word this writer is looking for, because last time I checked, the thing Meghan is most famous for is being despised by so many people all around the world. We're reminded of the problems Harry and Meghan have been experiencing lately, like that Newsweek poll that came out showing that Meghan is more unpopular with Americans than ever. We're reminded of the cancellation of Meghan's Spotify podcast series, and also the fact that she and Harry are in the middle of what this writer describes as a public image crisis that began with a mixed reaction to Harry's memoir. Mr. Johnson writes, whatever the case, the Sussexes need to do some serious rebranding, and they need to do it ASAP. Finally, something we can agree on. This writer is correct in saying that Meghan and Harry have a serious public image crisis that they need to figure out. Now, at this point, I think it's too late for them. Their public image crisis is a result of them revealing too much of themselves. After they've already shown us what nasty individuals they are, it's not like they can make us forget, but whatever, let's see where he's going with this. Back when Meghan signed with WME, people assumed it was because Meghan was going to try to get back into acting. As Mr. Johnson says, at the time, insiders insisted that the agency would merely assist the Duchess with garnering publicity for her humanitarian efforts. But so far, considering she doesn't really undertake any humanitarian efforts, they haven't been able to do that. So now it's starting to look like the people who assumed that Meghan was going to try to get back into acting were right after all. Of course, we don't know if that was the plan the whole time, or if WME just gave up on this philanthropic angle when they figured out that nobody liked her. But we do know that Meghan is greedy, and even if they're not running out of money, she always needs more, so she's got to figure out some way to make it. See, I guess their plan to use the Archwell Foundation to support their lifestyle hasn't really worked out very well, because even when you keep 95% of the donation money that people give, 95% of nothing is still nothing. At this point, everybody is aware of the fact that there are a couple of grifters, so I don't believe anybody is giving their hard-earned cash to Archwell Foundation these days. And that is why now Meghan's got to go back to work. According to this article, the rumors began back in July with a very specific report. Sources close to Kevin Costner claim that the Oscar winner was interested in Meghan as the lead role in a sequel to The Bodyguard, the 1992 blockbuster in which he co-starred with Whitney Houston. And this next part is where we can be sure that this article was planted by WME. Mr. Johnson writes, Costner once revealed in an interview that a script had been written for the project back in the 90s, and at the time, he had Princess Diana in mind for the lead role. Oh, well, of course. I mean, Diana has passed away, so who better than Meghan to fill her shoes? Didn't you know Meghan is the reincarnation of Diana? She said so herself. But, according to the writer of this article, he never revealed if there was any life left in the project or any interest in Meghan for the lead role. Of course, there's no interest in Meghan for the lead role. Nobody is interested in Meghan for any lead role, much less Kevin Costner. There are so many talented actresses out there who would love to work with him. Why would he choose a washed-up nobody like Meghan Markle? But apparently now there is a new role that maybe will be perfect for Meghan. So, according to this article, Kevin Costner walked away from his hit TV series to focus on Horizon, an American saga. And insiders say Meghan very much wants to be a part of the Western epic. A source told Radar Online Meghan is using the unbelievable new success of her long-canceled series Suits, which is undergoing a revival on streaming, to convince Kevin she's the key to his future success, and he's listening. Now, I do believe that Meghan used that to try to convince Kevin that she was perfect for the part, but he's listening? No, I don't believe that one bit. According to this insider, Meghan is pulling out all the stops to try to convince Kevin Costner that she is right for this role. She believes it will cement her Hollywood comeback in spectacular fashion. Now again, how can you have a comeback when you never were? But the source reassures us, saying it's the kind of part that could cement her status as a serious actress. Cement her status like anybody ever considered her to be a serious actress? I mean, come on. Meghan was in Suits, and she was a briefcase girl on Deal or No Deal. At no point in that woman's career was she ever considered a serious actress. The source added, Meghan desperately wants a role in Horizon because it's scheduled to shoot another 2 parts after this production wraps. Well, I do believe the source on this one. I do believe that Meghan desperately wants a role in Horizon, but is she going to get one? Well, no. I mean, just think about what a fool she made of herself at Kevin Costner's 1805 live event. Let's review her behavior then, shall we? Reportedly, it was not even Kevin Costner who wanted to invite the Duke and Duchess of Hypocrisy. Instead, it was basically WME that forced him to do it. Okay, so essentially they are gatecrashing this event. And then Meghan and Harry go up on stage where they were not invited to be. And as the host is trying to give the microphone to somebody else, Meghan swoops in and tries to take it from her. And reportedly, the host even asked Meghan, why are you up here on stage? Because you didn't make a donation. I don't know exactly who that host was, but boy, do I applaud her for putting that nasty woman in her place. Reportedly, Meghan was also asking Kevin Costner some really nosy questions about his property, like how much it cost. And so when he went up on stage and he gave his speech, talking about somebody who asked some really inappropriate, rude questions, he was talking about her. And she, because she has no self-awareness whatsoever, she still believes that he would consider her for a role. That woman is delusional. The Hollywood Gossip article sums things up by saying, frankly, we still think it's unlikely that the Duchess of Sussex will go back into acting anytime soon, but if she ever does return to Hollywood, you can bet it will be for a project of this scale. Well, okay, I agree with them that it's unlikely that Meghan will ever go back to acting, but I very much disagree that if Meghan goes back to acting, it will be for a project of this scale. I mean, if Meghan goes back to acting, it's because she has no choice, and at that point, she will take whatever work comes her way. And you, what do you think about Meghan's return to acting? Please let me know your opinion below in the comments section. As always, please like and share this video with anybody else who would enjoy it. And before you go, please hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss a thing from Kate Middleton and the Queen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a lovely day, and I'll be back to see you in the next video.